In this lesson, we are going to pick where we left off in the last two videos. And 2 videos ago, we installed a database in our computer. And in the last video, we created all the planning for our dashboard. And in this video, we are going to discuss the databases, the data that we need to retrieve from our database to create our dashboard. I'm going to use SQL Server Management Studio. So we already installed it and step by step. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, please do it because we are picking where we left off over those videos, okay? According to our planning, this first panel is supposed to hold a bar chart like this. And this bar chart is going to show me the sales amount per sales region. So of course, first off, we need the fact table with the sales information, with the sales amount and quantity sold and everything. So the first table that we are going to need will be we are using the Contoso database. Let me start a new query. And this is the database I'm using, ContosoRetailDW. And I'm going to use the sales table, which is going to be my fact table. This is the one, DBO fact sales. And I'm assuming you already know some SQL. If you don't, if you would like me to record videos on the SQL language, please let me know in the comments. And I'm going to take a look at the first 10 rows of each column from the table DBO fact sales. And I'm going to run this script. And this is the table. All right. And well, I don't need all of the information in this table. Like I said, we blend it all out in the last video. We are going to need the only 2 measures that we're going to need is the sales amount, and quantity sold, sales quantity. There you go. This is the one. So let's select the ones we need. So I'm going to need sales amount, and I'm going to need sales quantity. Okay. And what else? I'm going to need in my dashboard, I'm going to need information on the sales regions. I don't have any column in this table showing the sales regions names, but I may have some key leading to other tables where I could find the sales regions. And actually I have channel key, store key, product key, currency key, and let me look for, okay, I have the store key, and maybe the store key column will be referring to the sales region. So let's take a look at it. And then I will finish up this script in a bit. Let me check I'm going to do the same. I'm going to select the top 10. Let me make it top 5 because I need more space. Top 5. And all columns from DBO DimStore. This is the DBO DimStore. This table will bring me all the data. It's a dimension table. It's going to bring me all the data on my store. So I'm going to select only this part of the script and execute. And yes, look, the DimStores table will give me the geography key, but I still don't have the regions names. I don't have the regions names. So let me try another table. Control V. And now I want the geography key, and there must be a table for territory here. Yeah, DBO DimSalesTerritory. So let me try DBO DimSalesTerritory. And I'm going to run these 2 pieces. And now I have geography in the DimStore table and GeographyKey in the sales territory table. So I can relate these 2 columns. And here I have the country and I have the sales territory. So that's actually what I need from the sales territory table. So let me pick only geography key. I need the geography key so I can create a relationship between tables. So geography key, and I need the sales territory name, okay, and I need the sales territory country. I believe that's all I need. According to our plan, that's all I need from this table. Let me run. And okay, that's all I need. And from the DimStore table, I only need, well, let me pick only the, of course, geography key. And I'll pick the store name. Okay, just in case we need the store name, and there you go. Now, in my project in Power Query and Power BI, I can relate these two columns. And wait, from the DimStore table, I also need, of course, I need the StoreKey. I'm gonna do it here at the end. The StoreKey, because the StoreKey will allow me to connect this table with the FactSales table. Okay, let me comment this part, and I will retrieve these two queries. And okay, I will need the store key in the DBO FactSales. In the FactSales, I also need the store key so I can connect this table, this column with this column, and this column with this column right here. Okay, let me try to do it the whole thing. And again, I'm going to connect store key in the sales table with store keys in the store table. Then the geography key in the store table with geography key in the territory table. There you go. Part of it is okay, and that would give me all the data I need for. Okay, let me now include the store key in the first table. There you go. Now we have all we need for this visual. And then here I want the same thing, but instead of territory, I want the managers, the sales managers names. So I have now I will comment this part. Now I again need all of the columns in this table, and okay, in the store key, in the stores table, DimStore table. Okay, I will comment this part, and now I want to retrieve all the columns in that table. And in the stores table, I believe I have the manager's name. Store manager. I don't have the manager's name, but I have the store manager IDs. So I have the IDs, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to include the manager ID, store manager ID. And through the store manager ID, I'm going to find the manager's name. The manager's name should be in the employee table. This is the DBO DimEmployee table. It's a dimension table with data on all of my employees. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the top 5, and I want to check all the columns from the DBO DimEmployee table. And let me run it. Okay, and I have the employee key, and I will need the first and the last name. So I will retrieve the employee key, and I will concatenate the first name and the last name. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get first name plus a little space plus last name. Let me see if it's okay. Okay, just as I wanted. and only I'm going to call this full name. Oops. There you go. And now I can use the employee key and relate it to the store key using this key. So only the column has a different name, but the store manager is the same ID as the employee key. So let me change, make it clear. I will call store manager. I'm going to call it manager key, so it becomes clear. And here I'm going to call it employee key. I'm going to call it manager key. Now let's see if it works. Okay, I have manager key in the DimStore table, and in the DimEmployee table, I also have manager key. So these are going to be related. And now for this table that we're going to have right here, we planned it all out in the last video. I will need the product names in the first column. So I have to look for the product table. The DBO DimProduct, this is the one. So I will select top 5 from DBO DimProduct. And let me take a look at this table. There's a lot of data here. I don't need all of this information. All I'm going to need is the product key, because the product key is the field that I need to create a relationship between tables, between this table and the FactSales table. And also, I'm going to need the product name. There you go. This is all I need for the dashboard I planned. And I need to make sure that the product key is also in the fact table, the FactSales table. And do I have product key? Yeah, I do have product key, but I still did not include it in the ones I'm going to retrieve. So I need to put it in the list. There you go. And now I need product key. Let me check it. All right. Now for the map, we're going to have on this tile, we already have all we need, because we already have in this table, the territory dimension table, we have the sales territories and we have the sales country. So it looks like we have all the tables we need for our project. And now what I have to do, I have to import this data directly into Power Query. Of course, when we import the data, we are not going to import only the top 5 rows. I was only using the top 5 rows just to make sure we wouldn't have to work with long tables. So this makes our job easier. But when I import the data, of course, I want the entire tables. So I will remove this part. And these are the scripts we are going to use in Power Query. Eventually, something could be missing, and as we start working, maybe we can make some kind of adjustment. We can do it anytime, so even if I forgot something, we can do it in Power Query. Okay, so this quick video was only to create the scripts we're going to use in Power Query to import our data directly from the Contoso database, which is installed in our computer, and we learned how to do it 2 videos ago. And now that we are all set, in the next video, we are going to actually work and import the data, use these scripts to import the data in Power Query and build up our data model. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, leave your questions in the comments. If you want me to record videos on SQL language, please let me know, and see you in the next lesson.